Hello and welcome back to another Talking Toe episode. I'm your host Teddy, and today I'm being joined once again by
Hayden.
And today we're going to talk about the TMNT 2003 Season 2 Episode 26, The Big Brawl Part 4. So, what do you think about this episode briefly?
Briefly, very much chaotic. Very chaotic. There was so much going on, I had literally no idea what we were doing next. It was just pure and utter chaos, but good chaos, might I add. Good chaos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so with this one, I don't really know where to really begin because there's so many different parts to this. Yeah. But also, at the same time...
Where do you want to start?
Well, I mean, that's the hard part because, like, there's so many different parts to this episode, but at the same time, there wasn't really too much in those parts, so... We're going to be really scrambling at words, but at the same time, we've got a lot to talk about, but at the same time, not much. So it's going to be a weird one. Okay, let's just start off with an easy one. Raph and Traximus, they break into the dungeon and they free Splinter. That's an easy one to start off with.
Okay, so we're jumping quite a bit. Quite a bit. So, okay then, no worries. So, yeah, I guess we'll start off with the Raphael and Traximus scene, in which they're interrogating a civilian on the location of their master. I totally wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting Raphael and Traximus to go and literally apprehend and, like, interrogate a citizen in broad daylight. Like, they had a few drinks, but geez, guys, you don't need to actually, like, interrogate someone. You can just ask politely. You don't need to, like, full-on strangle the guy and just, like, act you're gonna eat him. Like, that was just crazy. Like, this is supposed to be a kid's show. Like, there's Raphael and Traximus being good cop, bad cop, trying to get the information on the whereabouts of Splinter. That was just mad. And then, of course, Traximus was about to eat the guy. Like, Jesus, how many drinks did they had before they decided to go about this plan? It's like, yes, we're gonna go grab a civilian and we're gonna go to interrogate him on the whereabouts of Master Splinter and break him out. Like, it was a very rushed plan, I think, after those drinks.
Well, I mean, I feel like it is like such a rough kind of thing to do with trying to get information out, and I feel like they didn't really go like too far with it, just because even though it was cool to see Raph and Traximus interacting and interrogating the guy, it wasn't really like that scary whatsoever. It was so, like, sure, Traximus was holding him up, but like Raph going, oh yeah, well, you know, like, this guy's gonna eat you. I mean, really, I don't feel like that would have been as scary, considering, like, within that world or the place, there was these all weird aliens, everything else and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really understand how he was, like, that scared, but I know that I would most likely be in that situation. But, like, considering that he's surrounding with, like, not one person looking human whatsoever, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm scared of that. I know, it didn't feel that threatening.
Well, he was being held up by a giant dinosaur around his neck, being interrogated, like, in broad daylight. I would be terrified if that was the case. Like, a dinosaur from the past.
I know for us it would be scary,
turtle.
but at the same time, I just don't think he would, like, considering, like, it's a place with all these weird and wonderful, wacky dinosaurs, you name it, it's there. Really, he's gonna get scared about that. I just don't feel, I thought there was other things to be scared of within that place.
Yeah, good point, but he was being held at, like, he was being threatened to be eaten, you know? Like, it could have been pretty scary for the guy.
Well, also, I mean, and also with that guy, we didn't get his, like, facial reaction, so maybe he might not be that scared. Who knows?
Who knows?
But after that, we do get to see Traximus. He does some sword parkour in a way. He comes up a building. How? Because I feel like that was a bit unrealistic.
Climbing up a building.
Yes, I can understand Raph because he's of a normal size and be able to get around places. But really, you really expect Traximus to get up a building without no noticing whatsoever.
Yeah, good point. He did make quite a entrance when they did get into the building.
Yeah, so I feel like they're like it's either like this place is like really bad with all the guards, or he's surprisingly good. But we never really get to see that side of Traximus ever again, so I'm not too sure. But after that, oh boy, what bit to talk about next? Let's talk about the Leo, Yusugi, and Donnie fights. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Please begin.
Well, that was where to begin. Well, first of all, of course, we're literally going straight back into the scene from last week's episode where Usagi and Donnie are fighting to protect the Domio against the Shadow Ninjas, and it's all hell let loose, basically. They're all fighting one another, and it's just absolutely madness trying to protect the Domio. And of course, we see some pretty intense moments in which the Domio is almost killed and Usagi is almost skewered like a rabbit. Well, he is a rabbit, but still. But yeah, no, we see a lot of intense moments there. But of course, Leo, surprisingly, regains consciousness at the perfect moment and saves the day from Usagi being, like a shish kebab, And it was pretty funny to see that as well. But yeah, no, just seeing Leo fight alongside Usagi and Donnie to protect the Domio against the Shadow Ninja was pretty cool. And it was pretty funny to see Donnie just go hand-to-hand combat. Like, he doesn't have his stick anymore until Leo throws it back to him, but he's just brawling hand-to-hand combat. He's throwing punches left, right, and centre, which I've never seen him do before. Usually he has his staff on him, but now he's throwing punches. Like, damn, he should become a boxer or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say though, this fight, it was a really... I'd say it was a very entertaining fight. I really enjoy how, like Suggy and Donnie were going around fighting, and then we get to see Donnie, like, throwing, like, the, like bed covers at them. I thought that was pretty nice. And then, like, after when, like, Leo was about to throw Donnie his stick, but he was, like, punched, like, I want to say that he, like, ninja chopped someone, and then he sort of, like, broke someone's arm and pushed him away. I thought that was really amazing. And then there was, like certain shots, just like when like Donnie and Leo like jumped onto the ground and moving. It felt I don't know because I say like with like animation and I feel like with certain art styles it's very limiting to what like characters can do in terms of the animation style. In terms of like movement and all that kind of stuff, and I feel like with this show, especially like one of these scenes in particular, it really gets showed just how like unique this art style is, and just showing like how great some of the movements can really be with like fluid animation. And I feel like this is definitely like not seen like 2012, which is and like all the other versions of Turtles, they're just a very generic animation style and just very generic kind of movements with the animation, but like with stuff like this, we're seeing like different fighting styles and then even like different landing positions with different, and also it just felt like really, I don't want to say realistic, but this had a different kind of movement to it, which I just really did enjoy. And just it's a shame that I don't get to see that too often, but it was just like so nice to see a different aspects of Detail's movements, and it was really nice. I mean, like seeing Leonardo come in. I can't say I was shocked. It was like very expected for that kind of stuff. So, but, I don't know. I just wish there was a little bit more to Leo within these scenes. But at the same time, I'm not too sure what it could have done. But Donnie is definitely a standout character for this scene.
Absolutely.
So after that, we got the actual Battle Nexus itself. So this one we've got to see the first round where we get to see Claw and Jen go at each other, and now Claw is speaking English compared to last episode where he couldn't speak a single bit of it. Yeah, what's about that fight bit there?
To be honest, it was pretty cool seeing Mikey go against the Don, but now that you mention it, why is he speaking English? Wasn't he speaking his own language like last episode? Like does he speak English now? Like, how is that even possible? I thought he was just speaking another language. Oh, excuse me, another language. Like, surely, how and why? Why did he not speak English beforehand? Like, to dissolve the situation? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's very weird. They don't explain it, and I mean, it's amusing. I will only say that is the voice definitely suits the character, but oh my lord. I mean, the fight itself was, I'd say it was pretty fun to see like these two characters in particular go at each other. It was very nice and very unique, and just getting seen like Jen being a bit angry and Claw having this like funny dark side to him with trying to kill Jen. It was like really nice and really dark, but it was something which I was not expecting, and something which I'd seen a little bit more of. I mean, one thing which I was a little disappointed was the fact that, like, with how Jen was defeated, was Claw just smacked his stick down onto him. It didn't really seem much of a final blow kind of thing.
No, to be honest, when Gen started to say, "Oh, I'm a betting man, I can get you in," that's when he started to lose his focus a bit. And then, of course, that's when he got defeated, because his money and his greed got in the way of what was happening in the actual moment, and that's when things started to fall apart. But yeah, with the last blow, it was pretty shameful, to be honest.
Disappointing.
Yeah, it wasn't really a warrior's sort of death, if you get what I mean. Well, not a death, but a warrior's blow, you know?
Yeah.
Like a final finishing move. Like, I would have liked to see Gen go out in style, but
yeah,
of course his...
I have to say that the whole thing is just really weird, just because just like with Traxxas one, his one was him about to get punched in the face by Raphael, but yet you look at like Raphael's size, and yet he does, you know, one little stab kind of thing, he could take out any of his opponents. I feel like the whole final blow thing is a little bit stupid, just because some things that would be considered to be a final blow or a fatal blow is not considered here, but yet stuff which should just be another thing which people could get up from is somehow considered a final blow. And this is especially when you get to see Mikey's one where it went up against whatever the name was. Okay, so the character's called La. And with that one, I mean, I found it to be enjoyable with a fight, but even then, that final blow was a little bit disappointing. Just because Mikey just threw his nunchucker into her and she just disappeared. There was a lot of better options out there to actually get defeated. But even with that said, Mikey was just when it's all being chased down, he goes, no, wait, and then he just kicks her and then she's out.
Yeah, I don't know why he said that. It's like, wait, thinking she was going to spare him for a moment, but somehow it worked and he got in, which is very surprising.
Yeah, but that does lead us to Mikey versus Claw. Was you expecting something like that to happen?
To be honest, I kind of wanted it to happen because I wanted to see Mikey get defeated by Claw, because after the previous episode in which Mikey annoyed him to the fact that he wanted to kill Mikey, I did wanted to see something like that happen, but I didn't know if it was going to happen, if you understand where I'm coming from. Like, it was very funny to see them go up against one another, but I have a lot to say at the end, because how it all ended in the end was hilarious to me, but I know we've got a lot more to talk about first.
Yeah, well, I feel like I should probably say some stuff around that kind of stuff to put your mind at ease for some stuff. So I'll leave that for that conversation bit there.
Okay.
So we do get to see after that, Draco tries to steal the war staff, and the Ultimate Nation tries to use it, but he can't. So Draco just shoots him halfway across the map, and what should have been a fatal blow, but somehow isn't.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think about that whole scene there?
Well, first of all, I just want to go back to last week's episode, in which I said, towards the end of it, and I said I really wish we have some double cross going on here, and I'm so happy it's happened. So I just wanted to say that because I mentioned I wanted something like a double cross to happen with Draco and the Domio's son. So I'm very happy that's happened because it's such a good little twist in there, and I think it just helps propel the story that bit further. Like Draco wants revenge, and Darmio's son wants vengeance and all that, and it just really plays it out really quite well. But in regards to what you into that scene in which the Darmio's son is being hit by the war staff by Draco, it was a bit unrealistic, the fact that it was supposed to be like a finishing blow, but it wasn't for some reason. Of such a powerful weapon, somehow he survived. But the funny thing was that the Domio's son, I thought the Domio's son could have had control of the War Staff because he's a descendant from, you know, the Domio himself. And surely the Domio would teach the next generation to take the staff and wield it properly. But I'm guessing he never paid attention in class or didn't really care. He just wanted the power. But unlike Draco spent centuries or like many years researching and studying how to use the War Staff for his own needs. And so it puts him at more of an advantage than the Domio's son. But it was quite funny just to see him like fly into the next room as he was trying to escape. He just like flew. And then of course, a scene later, we then see him fly across onto the arena itself. Like, how is he not dead yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that with this bit, I did quite enjoy with seeing. I don't know, because on the one hand, I feel like it's quite nice to see like, all these like betrayals, double cross, and this and that, and all that kind of stuff. And I do feel like it does go to show like, what kind of character like the Ultimate Ninja is. He just thinks that he can get it without like putting in the work. While Draco, he's like quite sly and will put in the work to get where he wants. And he could have done a lot of stuff, but I have to say that Draco, he just feels a really off character. Just because I just don't really feel like his motives really justified his character really being there. He just felt like a character that was just there that was pushed into things. Because I feel like with Ultimate Ninja, he had at least like one episode before this to really set up his motives, why he like disliked the turtles and all that kind of stuff, and he got to show off who he truly is. But Draco was like set up in this story arc, and they didn't really go too much into his backstory other than just, he wants to get revenge on Splinter because he was the one that beat him. But even then after that, he didn't really do anything. Like, his main motives now are to go after Splinter or anything like that, is to get the war stuff and take control of the universe, something along those kind of lines. But even then, his character hasn't really been set up that well to really have these motives justified whatsoever. But it was still pretty entertaining to see nonetheless. I mean, and then after that, we do get to see the multiverse more or less opens up. Now, one funny thing which I absolutely loved here was the Domino and the Turtle Splinter Traximus. They get to the arena, like near enough to the arena, and see this, and Domino's like, oh shit, he's opened up the multiverse. Let's teleport to the arena, which would have only taken us about a minute to walk down there. Why didn't he teleport from the doctor's room?
Yeah, now that you mention it, if he was conscious when Splinter woke him up from his coma, and I'm surprised he's even awake after everything that's happened, like, he wakes up to Splinter, but not his impending doom with the Shadow Ninjas and Donnie and Usagi and Leo fighting. Like, he's a heavy sleeper.
Yeah, and then also, like, why didn't Traximus just pick him up and just run with him? All those characters are quite fast.
Yeah.
Why?
And surely... yeah. But I don't know how. Maybe Usagi used his herbs and his actual medical knowledge to actually wake the Domio up from his slumber, unlike that weird doctor with his brain magic.
Oh yeah, but even so, like, if you had the ability to teleport, you'd do it straight away instead of like, actually getting to the place and be like, oh shit, the multiverse is open up. Let's teleport, even though we could just walk down the ramp. You can't justify it whatsoever. It's stupid.
Yeah, I can't lie. Sure, you can walk down the ramp, or we can teleport. That's even better. That's so awesome. Let's teleport and be
Yeah,
an epic entrance. It's like, as I am the Domino, and I'm just like, there's a ramp right there, dude.
yeah, like, considering like all the other characters got there, like, they could have, like, easily run there. And it would not take them, like, it would not matter whatsoever, but, like, why teleport there, out of all the places?
At least give yourself a strategic advantage first, instead of like jumping straight into the arena in which the battle is happening and where the giant tear of space and time is happening. Surely you would give yourself like an advantage, a height advantage at least. Just it doesn't make sense like strategically from my point of view.
Yeah, okay, so with the actual, like, portal thing opening up, I've got some questions about that. So first of all, when everyone's running towards it, Traxxas jumps on top of the turtles. Oh, that wasn't a very smart move. If Traxxas could not get got up, everyone would have been out. And it would just been Draco and Ultimate Ninja going after the staff. So, that's one problem I got with it.
Okay.
The second problem...
What's the other problem?
Oh, okay, so we've got two more problems. One was when Raph, he jumped on the staff, pinning it down with the scythe. Good. He then decides to throw the staff, despite everyone being floating up towards the portal. One, how did the staff reach the Splinter and Domino without it flying up? Two, the chances of that happening is really low because of what's going on. So, yeah, that's a very stupid mistake. And then three, a bit more understandable with Domino because he was mourning for his son. But it's like, oh no, my son. Oh shit, the portal. Let's close it. And has to be reminded about it.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you be heart-stricken about losing your only son to, like,
I did say
space
it was
and time?
understandable, but at the same time, the whole universe is being sucked in, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah,
You know,
I understand that
you
the
know.
fate of the universe is at stake, but he did lose his only son, even though when he tried to kill him, but he still
It's
forgives his
understandable
son.
like why it's like that, but at the same time, the universe is collapsing in, and it's like, oh, you know, my son's gone. I need to take a week off, bros.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. It's like, please fix it. You can mourn for your son later. Just fix the universe.
Yeah, I mean, it's not because I'm not trying to say like I'm not trying to say that it was bad or anything like that. It's relatable, understandable why it's like that, but at the same time, the universe is collapsing in on itself, and you want to sit there and cry. It's understandable, but get your priorities set first.
You can either be a father or the Domino of the universe. You can't be two.
Yeah, and I mean, do like I want to mention, like, it's the multiverse. He's still out there. It's not like he's killed or anything like that.
Wait, what? He's not dead?
No, he's not dead.
I thought he died.
Oh,
It was
no.
like the black hole that would tear the space-time continuum apart. That's what he said, right?
Oh no. No, because in the next appearance where we do get to see Rebel Nexus, and get to see like Yoji, he's back. Despite him being the first one to go up in that portal thing, and yet somehow he's alive, and they never
Wait,
explain
what?
that. Yeah, they never explain how he got back.
What do you...
You know the Yoji?
No, hold on a minute. I've got it. No, where is he?
He was one of the ones like went up first.
Yeah, but where is he at the end? Like, I'm trying to find him to see whether he is back or not. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
He went into the portal and yet somehow he survived.
Saw. You saw him. Like, his body was destroyed in the space-time continuum. Like,
Yep.
what? Nah, come on. Where is it? I need to see this.
No,
Where is
he
he?
goes up and because I don't think you even see him in like the final scene where Dummy is given the trophy. But even so, at the same time, yeah, he's not there in the when Mikey's getting the trophy. But yet somehow he's still alive and he makes it, and he's still coming back for a few more appearances.
No, how?
I don't know. It's multiverse. What do you expect?
But he died. He got sucked into a portal, like the space-time continuum.
It's the multiverse. What do you expect?
Does he have like a twin brother that took his place? I don't know.
No, I mean, no. Well, so far all we know is that it's the same character, but never explain how he survives.
What?
So yeah, maybe
That's going to annoy me now.
So yeah, maybe the Ultimate Ninja and Draco are still alive. Maybe it's the multiverse after all.
Well, yeah, no, it did kind of foreshadow that with Master Splinter saying, "Oh, the multiverse is a weird and wonderful place with mysteries still unknown to us." So he's like, "Oh, have hope, you know, because we survived the multiverse and we found our way back. Surely your son can too."
But it sucks to
Despite
be
the fact
him.
well, yeah. But I don't know. I didn't even realise, and now that's super annoying because I don't know how he got back. It's the not knowing that really annoys me.
Yeah, like because like they never explain it ever again, and like and Goji, like he appears like 2 more times, but they never explain how he survived, and the Trolls never question it either.
Like, hold on a minute, you're supposed to be dead. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm alive. It's like, but we saw you fly into the black hole, that the space-time continuum. You know? It's like, oh yeah, I just walked it off. It's like, okay. It's just no one questions anything.
Yeah, so like, it's annoying because like, even though it's cool to see like character die, about the same time, did he really though?
Was it a clone or
They never explain
a
it.
ghost?
They never explain it.
They never. Not even in the comics. Not even like
No.
in wiki posts. Nothing.
No.
That's so annoying. That's so annoying.
Okay.
That's gonna really annoy me because I want to know how.
Okay. Moving on to the next bit.
Mm.
We do get to see Draco and Domio. They're fighting and they do go into the portal. What do you think about that bit there?
Seeing them fight one last time and going into the portal, never to be seen again. That was kind of cool because we see 2 rivals fighting against one another, and of course you see Leo and he's desperately trying to hang on, but of course Draco and the Domio's son, the Ultimate Ninja, keeps fighting, and of course unfortunately Leo loses his grip of the 2 of them and they fly into the abyss together, fighting and kicking and screaming all the way. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a shameful death for them, like 2 warriors from 2 great houses, like they used their rivalry and their bitterness towards one another in their final moments just to like see who can kill each other before they fly into the eternal abyss. But it was, yeah, surely like the son was very much greedy, and so is Draco, and Draco unfortunately corrupted the Domio's son and the Ultimate Ninja, and they both had nefarious agendas that consumed them in the very end. Like Raphael's anger, if it isn't kept in check, it will consume you, quite literally in this sense.
Yeah, I had to say that I thought this was like the only possible outcome for these 2 characters, and I feel like it does like go on to show like what their characters are truly like in their final moments, which I don't necessarily think is bad because it's just showing who they truly are and all that kind of stuff. But I thought I don't know, because I know that if I was in that kind of situation, I know that I'll do things trying to do things differently to actually try and survive and that kind of stuff. But but at the same time, it's these characters, so it is what you like would expect with them. So after that, we do get to see Claw. He wakes up, and Mikey he pulls out his nunchucker from the ground, and he knocks out Claw and wins the Battle Nexus. Oh boy!
Now that I'm not gonna lie, I laughed really hard at that. That was just so funny. Like, I knew Mikey was going to like somewhat win this, but I didn't know how. And we talked about this previous episode about Mikey potentially winning the Battle Nexus and becoming like the Ultimate Champion, and I never thought I'd see the day that Mikey would win the Battle Nexus. Like, deep down, I kind of wish he would, but now that he actually won it, I'm like, oh my gosh, he actually won the Battle Nexus, and he is like he's like the true champion. And all over a technicality of him knocking out Don. And I just laughed so hard. I really did. Like, seeing Don unconscious after Mikey pulled out the nunchuck. It was just so funny. Just like, oh my gosh, he's the winner. After everything that's happened, he's just completely won. And I was just sitting there in shock, like, oh my gosh, how is this? How? Why? Just it didn't make any sense. After everything that's happened, Mikey...
Would you expect anything less?
No, I wouldn't, but it's Mikey. Like, Mikey the Clown wins the Battle Nexus, the Multiversal Champion Nexus. And he's now the ruler. He's now king until next time, but it's just crazy to think that he actually won through a technicality of accidentally knocking out his opponent. It was just... I can't make this stuff up.
Okay, so with that, there's two things which I would like to say, which I feel like will definitely get your hopes up for the future for this series. Okay. So with the first one, which is actually really funny thing, is that going forward, every opportunity he gets, he goes on to say, "I'm the battle." He goes on to say, it reminds everyone that he's winning the Battle Nexus champion. Every chance he gets, and it doesn't wear off whatsoever, and it only gets more annoying, and more funnier as it goes on.
Oh yes, I said that last week, didn't I? He rubs it in everyone's faces.
Oh yeah, he rubs it in a lot more. Oh boy, it's gonna be really amusing.
Oh, that's so good, because he can use that any time as like a weapon to annoy his brothers, and that's what I wanted to see, because he's the Battle Nexus champion. Like, you can't get a greater title than that, and that's such like in your face, you know, and it was just so funny. I just really liked it. Even that towards the end when he said, "Oh, I'm the Battle Nexus champion," and then Raphael just loses it.
And also rubs in the face, like, he also beats him as well, like, with the technicality and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
yeah.
And then he rubs it in Raphael's face, which we all know he just loses it. And it was just so funny. I just really did enjoy that little bit, and I'm really glad that they're gonna continue on with that little cheeky remark throughout the entire series, because that's just really funny to me.
Yeah, and then also the other thing which I think will definitely get your hopes up. It doesn't happen next season, but happens in season 4, and we do get to see a rematch between Mikey and Claw as like an official battle between the two characters, and it's one of those episodes that's like the whole season overall is I would say it's the best like season of TV ever. It feels like an actual comic book, and it is a really good episode where you get to see two characters fight. And there's also like one good line which like Leo gives to Mikey, saying that like, if one of us go down, we all go down. I feel like you're gonna enjoy the episode when you actually get to it. You might forget about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and the only problem is like, because like for us to be like 2 years in the future, you might forget about some of the stuff in this episode, but when you get to it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that. Right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably click when I actually see it, but it will be a few months into the future when we get to that episode, I guess.
Years.
A few years?
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take us to get to season 4 then?
Well, considering that we still got season 3 and 4 2012, and also season 3 of 2003, and we do it once a week, and we can only do
it's gonna take us forever.
Yeah, and on average, if we don't do any other like specials or anything like that, we could do all of it like two seasons a year. But because we do all the other special stuff, it takes a little bit longer than 2 years. So
yeah, no, that's a good point.
4 to 5 years at this rate.
Oh my god, that is insane.
That's if we're still doing it at that point.
Hopefully we are, but
we'll wait and see.
It is, yeah, it's crazy to think that it will go into the future, and that's how long it will take us to do it. But it should be good. It should be exciting.
Yeah, we say that now. Okay, so
Have you little faith?
okay, so the final bit, which I've got a feeling you got a lot to say about. The Triceratons are coming to Earth to invade.
Oh my god, that is like the major plot twist at the end. Like, we see the Triceratons floating through space, and then of course one of the commandos come in and they report to Triceraton Prime, and then he says, "Oh, we have located the planet. It's the third from the sun." And I'm thinking, hold on a minute, Earth is the third planet from the sun. And then a second later, it pans out to the picture of the Earth, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, of course, the Triceraton leader says, prepare for a full planet invasion. And then it just cuts to black like The Sopranos. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How? What? When? And why? And you just leave me on the massive cliffhanger, and you just annoy the hell out of me. Because the Triceratons are here. After how many episodes, it's just finally happening. They finally tracked down the Futuretoids' last transmission, and it's Earth. And now the Triceratons are going to invade.
Well, it's not
and
really.
it's all going to kick off.
It's not. It's not the last transmission of the Futuretoid. He went to because if you think about it, his last one, he went to wherever the Utons went.
Oh yeah, good point. No, but like the previous one where they teleported back out of like the Triceraton
If they can
Republic.
track it from like going to one location, I'm pretty sure they can track it from Earth to wherever it went.
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
There are
that makes
dinosaurs
sense.
in space who can track alien robots and they can build teleporters. Are you really going to question smart or the intelligence of a dinosaur? Then again, comparing to some of the things we've chosen done this season, yeah, maybe every character in this season is thick as shit. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that. So, with what I know, because with the whole invasion, this is really going to surprise you, and I thought you really want season 3 now. It takes place over 6 episodes. That's how big the invasion is.
What?
Yeah, and it's so annoying.
6 episodes.
Yeah, I must admit, this is like the worst part about doing the podcast like in this style is the fact that and just because we like jump between the two shows, we can't go directly into next season to see some of the best bits, and this is also another really bad aspect of it. It's just because with the invasion aspects of it, with what they do in those 6 episodes, a lot of it they take 2012 takes elements from those episodes, and they do put it in like their show, and it's annoying they're gonna be able to see certain bits from that bit in 2012, and you're gonna be thinking, oh, this is what they've done. Oh, they did like this, and maybe some bits were like a little bit better, a little bit more powerful than them, and all that kind of stuff. But when you actually see it here, this is so annoying because I wish we were just doing one show continuously. Damn it! Why didn't we just do that?
Yeah, that would have been so much easier, and I'm now gonna have to sit through several episodes and then be on major cliffhangers. And then, of course, trying to remember everything after that season to go back to something so crazy, you know?
Well, then again, I mean, it was all the case with the other season, especially like how 2012 ended with their season, where Krang invaded Earth and told us on the run now.
Spoilers?
No, it's not spoilers. You saw it.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I did.
How dare you?
Oh, gosh, this is going to be utter mental.
It sounds so bad. I've only seen the show once. Oh, call yourself a fan.
Sorry,
Fake fan.
Sorry. Fake fan.
You're phony.
Phony? What do you call this then?
Try hard.
Wow.
Yeah. You're trying really hard. I can tell.
Are you hearing this right now?
Yeah. Try hard.
This is some BS, chat. You got to be hearing this right now. He's calling me a non-fan, a non-believer. If I was a non-believer, do you think I'd still be here doing this?
Half the
Looking at
time
the
you get some of the characters' names wrong, despite seeing them
Okay.
for like,
Okay, yes.
like same rap as
Yes.
Ralph.
Raph.
You-
Those are very common misconceptions.
No, you're getting the Krang and Utroms confused.
Yeah, but I now know, which is good. Like, surely every person who's seen it once has gotten confused at least once, you know?
But even after seeing it, you still called Utrom Krang.
Oh, Utron Krang.
The Foot Clan.
It is.
Yeah. You call him Foot Clan instead of a clan.
Foot Clan, yeah. And I say that, Foot Clan, you know?
You say clan.
It's just. Clan, Clan, it's still the same.
And I thought I'd speaking problems. you make me feel better about myself. Thank you.
Oh, no worries, pal. But, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, these conversations.
yeah.
Oh,
Getting back to it. Oh boy.
yes.
What do you think about the episode overall?
Overall, this was a really great story arc. It was very intense in some bits, and I love the plots and the twists throughout. And it was just really interesting to see like how it all ended, like how this crazy universe opens up into this one giant reality of multiversal champions, different dimensions, different worlds. Like, this is the start of a new beginning. Like, this shows where the show can go, and its unlimited potential. And this now just puts another spin on it that I'm not going to know what's going to happen until I watch the episode. So now I'm back to the dark again. Like, it is crazy to think that this can be so much more than just the Turtles, and to go further and beyond what is truly possible with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe and the whole series in general. Like, it could go crazy. We could have space, we could have Atlantis, we could have Underground City, we could go anywhere with this. Like, the potential is unreal, and I can't even begin to fathom how big the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, I'd definitely have to say that, like, would it being like a season finale, it did a good enough job of being a season finale, but at the same time, there wasn't really too much of a setup there, but at least they set up the season 3 quite well. But, like, going off, like, what you were saying about, you know, with all the different characters, different locations, all that kind of stuff, I feel like this is a really good point to make, like, when comparing, like, 2003 to 2012. Like, 2012, they have like a, they have like a lot of characters, but I don't really get seen too often. But the difference between like 2003 characters and 2012 characters is that 2003 actually makes you care about them and gives them story arcs and actually reason to actually probably care about them. While 2012 characters, they really feel like they're just in there sometimes for some of it for build the story, but is not really there too often. Most of the time they're just there just to sell toys. But here they really feel like characters and fleshed out characters, and it seems like you can have like different locations, time, space, reality, whatever it may be. You still care about those characters. Or 2012, you're like, okay, so we'll see you like 5 seasons later, maybe. So, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, do you want to hear some trivia for this episode?
Let's hear it.
Okay, Michelangelo's line, Tartar for now, was reference to Tigger's line for Winnie the Pooh.
Wait, what? Winnie the Pooh? What?
Maybe it might be a reference. Okay, now, so for the final build trivia, and it's actually a pretty interesting one, this was the last episode in the 2003 series to be dubbed in German, Japanese, and Mandarin Chinese.
Wow. Now that's certainly something.
Also must suck as well, just because you didn't get to see season 3 or season when the other seasons after that, you got a big cliffhanger.
Yep.
Okay, so for the cast, this is going to surprise you. Major characters: Donatello voiced by Sam Riegel, Leonardo voiced by Michael St. Nicholas, Michelangelo voiced by Wayne Grayson, Raphael voiced by Greg Abbey, Splinter voiced by Darren Dunstan. Minor characters: the Dumyo voiced by Mark Thompson, Ultimate Ninja voiced by Ted Lewis, the OG voiced by Oliver Wyman, Draco, voiced by Mark Thompson, Yusuke Jimbo, voiced by Jason Griffin, Jen, voiced by Eric Stewart, Trexmus, voiced by Frederick B. Owens, Claw, voiced by Ted Lewis, Mozart, voiced by Dan Green, Prime Leader Zamaron, voiced by David Brimmer. How are some of those characters in the minor section? Like Ultra Ninja and Draco,
every single time.
Like, they are major characters in this episode, not overall, but
sure that sometimes they're not like talking, and sometimes they're just standing there, but they are still major characters within the development of the story, and surely they would be given the title of like actual main characters.
yeah.
But somehow whatever this Turtle Wiki says otherwise.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't question it because it's annoying.
I need someone to go in there and change it, because it's going to annoy me.
You don't even look at it in the first place!
Sorry?
You don't even look at it in the first place!
Well, I didn't know it existed until now.
Oh, this is also going to be quite confusing. Also, for season 3, there's 2 episodes that could be considered as episode 1.
Wait, what?
Yeah, okay, so for season 3, there's 2 episodes that could be considered as episode 1. So you got one episode which starts the 6 episodes story of the Triceratons invading, or you had the Christmas special. The Christmas yeah, no, it gets more confusing. Even though the Christmas special airs after aired after the Triceraton invasion, people still think that Christmas Aliens happened before the Triceraton invasion. So we've got some deciding to do, or we could just leave the Christmas special for actual Christmas and actually enjoy it around the right time.
Yeah, no, I was going to say we can leave out the Christmas one, because at the time of recording this, it's not Christmas, and it would be not in the mood, and so I'm thinking we should just leave that. But yeah, we should jump in straight into the main story, because the Christmas one will just kind of throw off the whole vibe, I think. Like, we're talking about Christmas, the time of coming together, and then we go into a full-blown scale intergalactic war, like with Earth and the Triceratons. There are 2 completely different vibes there.
Yeah, that sounds Christmassy, you know, like people shopping. Like it's more just like a war zone, in a way.
Yeah, shopping to survive, like looting places.
Christmas.
It's a whole different scenario. Like,
it's Christmas.
Well, actually, yeah. To think, Christmas holidays and a warfare might actually work, because everyone's crazy buying stuff, and oh god, I don't know, but yeah, it's 2 completely different vibes, and I don't think it would work. But I think we should save it till Christmas, and so it would be more in the season and the mood and the vibe, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so for next week's one, which I haven't told you about the plans. Sorry. We're going to be doing top 10 episodes. Can you remember? Yeah, can you remember the top 10 episodes from the season?
Ooh. Well, top 10. I did have my notes somewhere, but I'm not too sure if I had them saved anywhere. But yeah, no, top 10 episodes.
Because I feel like most of the season is and most of the season is like made up in like multiple episodes. How can you find this 10 specific episodes?
Oh god, this is gonna be difficult.
But like, because I feel like I dislike most of the season. I feel like for most of it, it's just be like, yeah, I like this episode. I like this one slightly more than this one, but it was still shit. But it was enjoyable enough. I feel like that's gonna be my case.
That's mad. It's gonna be crazy. Like, trying to go through it all. I don't even know where to begin. It'll be mad.
Yeah.
Very, very mad.
But yeah, do you have anything else to say about this episode, or it's all done with this one?
To be honest, I'm all sorted. I'm all done. Like, I've said what I've needed to say, and I think we've explored quite a lot in this, so I think we're all good.
Yeah, I feel like I've said maybe a bit too much about certain scenes. But either way.
Yep.
So this has been an episode of Talking Tales. I've been your host, Teddy.
And I've been Hayden.
And we'll see you all soon. Goodbye, yo. Bye.
Bye.